Hello, steadfast Taurus. Across July 17th and 18th, life may appear quieter than usual, yet beneath that calm surface, something meaningful is steadily taking shape. The days ahead invite you to slow your pace just enough to notice what has been growing within you all along. Like roots reaching deeper into rich soil long before new leaves appear, your inner world is preparing you for lasting growth rather than sudden change. As these 2 days unfold, create moments where you can simply be present with yourself. A few mindful breaths, a peaceful walk, or sitting in silence may reveal more than constant activity ever could. The energy surrounding you suggests that releasing old habits is less about forcing yourself to become someone different, and more about gently setting down what no longer supports the person you are becoming. When you make space for what truly matters, a clearer sense of purpose often follows naturally. You may also find yourself paying closer attention to small patterns that would normally pass unnoticed. Perhaps a familiar number appears more than once, or a simple moment in nature lingers in your thoughts longer than expected. Rather than treating these experiences as guarantees of anything extraordinary, consider them quiet invitations to pause and reflect. Sometimes what feels mysterious at first is simply your own intuition becoming easier to hear beneath the noise of everyday life. If memories of disappointment return, allow yourself to acknowledge them without letting them define these next steps. Gratitude has a gentle way of restoring perspective, especially when it begins with life's simplest gifts. A sincere conversation, the warmth of sunlight, the comfort of familiar surroundings, or the quiet satisfaction of knowing you stayed true to yourself. These seemingly ordinary moments often become the strongest foundation for healing. Set aside little time for practices that help you reconnect with your inner voice, whether through journaling, meditation, or simply listening to your thoughts without judgment. There may be a younger part of you that still longs to be heard, carrying hopes, fears, or dreams that deserve compassion instead of criticism. Meeting that part of yourself with patience can uncover valuable insight about where your heart is asking for greater understanding and where lasting peace can begin to take root. Your progress may not feel dramatic, and that is perfectly in harmony with the energy surrounding this period. Lasting change often resembles a carefully tended garden more than a sudden storm. It asks for consistency, trust, and quiet dedication. Every thoughtful decision, every small act of self-respect, and every moment you choose growth over fear strengthens the life you are steadily building. Move through these 2 days with an open heart and a willingness to trust your own pace. Even if every answer has not yet revealed itself, there is wisdom in allowing each step to unfold naturally. Your intuition remains a steady guide, encouraging you toward deeper healing, stronger foundations, and opportunities that are beginning to emerge in their own time. Before we continue, it's important to remember that this reading reflects a shared energetic landscape rather than a fixed prediction. Some parts may resonate deeply with your present circumstances, while others may simply offer ideas to reflect on later. Allow your own experience and inner wisdom to guide what feels meaningful to you. Every person's journey follows its own rhythm, so receive these insights as gentle guidance for contemplation, never as absolute certainty. Thank you for sharing these moments with me. Stay with me as we continue, because we'll be exploring the energies that may influence your relationships, financial foundation, physical well-being, and family life throughout July 17th and 18th. Offering thoughtful perspectives that may help you navigate these areas with greater clarity and confidence. Before we move into the different areas of your reading, I'd like to share a few symbolic themes that may accompany you across July 17th and 18th. If these reflections bring you comfort or a fresh perspective, I'd truly appreciate your support with a like, as it helps this community continue to grow and reach others who may need a moment of encouragement. Sometimes the smallest gesture of support allows meaningful conversations like these to continue. The symbolic numbers surrounding this period are 17 and 27. If either one happens to catch your attention during these 2 days, simply notice what was on your mind or what was unfolding in that moment. Rather than viewing them as fixed signs, think of them as gentle reminders to pause and reconnect with your own awareness. The color that best complements this energy is olive green, a shade often associated with steady growth, resilience, and quiet renewal. Wearing it or simply surrounding yourself with its calming presence may help reinforce a sense of stability as you move through these days. There may be a goal you've been nurturing for quite some time that still feels unfinished. Perhaps you invested energy into a project, explored different possibilities, or patiently worked through details that seem to move slower than expected. If progress appears gradual, resist the urge to believe that nothing is happening. Like a tree strengthening its roots before expanding its branches, some of the most meaningful developments remain invisible until they are ready to emerge. This period favors preparation over impatience. Whether you're sorting through paperwork, organizing important documents, conducting research, or navigating practical responsibilities, each careful step contributes to a stronger foundation. Progress doesn't always announce itself with dramatic milestones. Sometimes it arrives quietly, built through consistent effort that only becomes obvious when you look back at how far you've come. Your attention may also be drawn toward the people you consider family, whether they share your name or simply hold a lasting place in your heart. Taurus often carries responsibility with remarkable loyalty, sometimes continuing to support others long after they are capable of standing on their own. Over these 2 days, you may begin recognizing the difference between offering genuine care and carrying burdens that no longer belong to you. If you've spent considerable energy guiding someone through their challenges, this may be an opportunity to gently step back. Trusting another person's ability to find their own footing can be an act of love as meaningful as offering advice. Healthy relationships leave room for growth on both sides, allowing support to exist without creating dependence. Releasing the need to solve every problem may bring a surprising sense of peace to your own heart. As you move through these days, spend a few quiet moments focusing on your heart chakra, the center often associated with compassion, trust, and emotional balance. Imagine a soft emerald light expanding gently with every breath, reminding you that your worth is not measured by how much you carry for others. Let each inhale strengthen the quiet belief, I am enough and I deserve relationships that honor both giving and receiving. The overall atmosphere surrounding July 17th and 18th encourages steady resilience more than rapid change. Taurus naturally understands that lasting success is built patiently, one thoughtful choice at a time. These energies invite you to trust your instincts, remain grounded in your values, and avoid allowing outside opinions to distract you from the path you've been carefully creating. The moon card appears as a symbol of reflection rather than uncertainty. It suggests that some situations may become clearer when viewed with patience instead of immediate reaction. You may sense subtle emotional undercurrents within certain relationships or environments, not because conflict is inevitable, but because your intuition is becoming more sensitive to what feels authentic and what no longer aligns with your inner peace. Quiet observation often reveals more than confrontation ever could. This is also an excellent time to journal, spend time in nature, or simply allow yourself uninterrupted moments of reflection. Like moonlight revealing the outline of a landscape little by little, clarity often arrives gradually. Give yourself permission to notice patterns without rushing to conclusions, trusting that understanding becomes stronger when allowed to unfold naturally. The star follows with a reminder that healing is rarely dramatic. More often, it appears through simple routines that restore your sense of balance, a creative hobby, meaningful rest, nourishing meals, or moments spent in places that help you feel grounded. Every act of genuine self-care becomes another way of strengthening the foundation beneath your future. For Taurus, this card highlights a quiet confidence that grows from living in harmony with your own values rather than seeking outside approval. As you continue choosing what genuinely supports your well-being, old emotional weight begins to lose its influence. The light you carry becomes steadier, attracting experiences and relationships that reflect the same honesty and stability you are learning to cultivate within yourself. Justice closes this portion of the reading with a reminder that balance has its own timing. If you've experienced disappointment, misunderstanding, or situations that felt unfair, this card encourages you to release the need to control every outcome. Continue acting with integrity, maintain healthy boundaries, and allow your actions to reflect the person you are becoming. In time, what is built on honesty and consistency tends to stand the strongest, leaving you free to focus on the lasting future you are patiently creating. The presence of justice continues to remind you that not every imbalance requires your direct involvement to be corrected. There are moments when the wisest choice is simply to remain true to your values and allow time to reveal what words and arguments cannot. If tensions arise at work or within personal relationships, let honesty, patience, and clear boundaries become your greatest strengths. Over these 2 days, you'll likely discover that quiet consistency carries far more influence than trying to prove yourself to everyone around you. For Taurus, this card also reflects the importance of recognizing your own worth without measuring it against the opinions of others. Your dedication and reliability rarely go unnoticed, even if appreciation hasn't always been expressed openly. Instead of focusing on outside comparisons, continue building the kind of life that reflects your deepest values. When your actions remain aligned with your integrity, peace becomes easier to protect and the future feels much less uncertain. The Two of Cups brings a gentle wave of emotional harmony, inviting relationships to deepen through trust rather than intensity. If you're already connected with someone, these days may offer opportunities to understand one another from a calmer, more compassionate perspective. If someone from your past reappears or a new connection begins to unfold, look beyond first impressions and notice whether your values, kindness, and emotional intentions naturally support one another. Rather than questioning every possibility, allow yourself to experience genuine connection without rushing to define it. Taurus often seeks stability before opening completely, and there is wisdom in honoring that instinct while remaining receptive to what unfolds naturally. Honest conversations, patient listening, and simple acts of care may strengthen a bond more than dramatic declarations ever could. Sometimes love grows quietly, becoming stronger with each shared moment instead of arriving all at once. The Wheel of Fortune introduces a shift in momentum, though perhaps not in the sudden way many people imagine. Instead of unexpected miracles, this card often reflects the moment when long-standing effort begins producing visible results. Across July 17th and 18th, you may notice encouraging signs that your patience has not been wasted. A conversation, a practical opportunity, or a new direction could begin opening doors that once seemed firmly closed. Financially and professionally, the energy favors gradual expansion built upon the work you've already invested. Taurus naturally understands the value of creating strong foundations, and this period reminds you that sustainable success rarely appears overnight. Projects you've carefully developed, skills you've quietly refined, or responsibilities you've carried with consistency may now begin attracting the recognition they deserve. Continue moving forward steadily, trusting that each thoughtful decision contributes to something lasting. When it comes to your health, balance becomes an important theme. Emotional stress, lingering guilt, or the habit of carrying too much responsibility may be affecting your energy more than you realize. Rather than swinging between neglecting yourself and expecting perfection, allow these 2 days to become an opportunity for gentle recalibration. Lasting well-being grows through small daily choices practiced with consistency. Quality rest deserves particular attention now. If your mind has been unusually active or your body feels persistently tired, consider creating healthier evening routines or seeking professional guidance if needed. Caring for yourself is never a sign of weakness. It strengthens every other area of your life. Opening up to someone you trust may also lighten emotional weight you've been carrying quietly for far too long. In your professional life, you may occasionally wonder whether your efforts are moving you forward quickly enough. If that feeling appears, remember that visible results often arrive long after meaningful progress has already begun beneath the surface. Avoid interpreting temporary delays as evidence that you're on the wrong path. The discipline, care, and persistence you've invested continue shaping opportunities that are still developing. If your long-term vision includes greater financial freedom or building something lasting for yourself and those you love, these days encourage practical reflection rather than impulsive action. Review your habits, strengthen your financial planning, and remain open to additional sources of income that genuinely align with your abilities and values. Prosperity often grows from thoughtful adjustments made consistently over time, instead of one dramatic breakthrough. You are also being reminded not to carry responsibilities that belong to everyone else. Your own path already requires considerable energy, and protecting that energy allows you to continue showing up with generosity instead of exhaustion. Healthy boundaries create space for both personal fulfillment and meaningful contribution. If you're searching for new employment or considering a different professional direction, this period favors careful preparation. Every application you complete thoughtfully, every interview you prepare for, and every new skill you develop becomes another stone laid in the foundation of your future. Even opportunities outside your usual comfort zone may prove surprisingly rewarding. Continue approaching each step with patience and confidence, knowing that steady dedication often becomes the quiet force behind lasting success. The energy surrounding your finances over July 17th and 18th suggests that you're entering a period where patient effort begins to reveal its value. Rather than expecting dramatic overnight changes, notice the quiet signs that your foundation has been strengthening all along. What once felt slow or uncertain may now start showing encouraging progress, reminding you that meaningful success often grows beneath the surface before it becomes visible to everyone else. If past circumstances left you feeling overlooked or slowed by outside influences, this is a chance to shift your attention back to what truly belongs within your control. Taurus thrives when focused on building something lasting instead of competing for recognition. As distractions lose their influence, your reliability, craftsmanship, and commitment naturally become some of your greatest strengths. The opportunities that emerge now are more likely to reflect the work you've consistently invested than simple luck. The spirit of the wheel of fortune still lingers here, but its lesson is less about sudden twists of fate and more about recognizing the moment when preparation begins meeting opportunity. A financial conversation, a career development, or a resource you hadn't fully considered could gradually open new possibilities. Instead of rushing ahead, allow yourself to evaluate each opportunity carefully, trusting that thoughtful decisions made today may continue benefiting you long after these 2 days have passed. Your practical nature becomes a valuable advantage during this period. The skills you've patiently refined, the responsibilities you've handled with care, and the quiet discipline you've maintained all contribute to your growing sense of security. Recognition may arrive because others begin noticing what has always been there, rather than because you've changed overnight. Sometimes abundance simply finds its way toward those who have been preparing for it with consistency. This is also a favorable time to consider expanding your resources in ways that feel authentic to you. Perhaps a side project, a creative talent, or a practical idea deserves more attention than you've previously allowed it. Let curiosity guide you without abandoning the stability you value. Growth doesn't always require dramatic risks. Often it begins with one thoughtful decision that gradually creates lasting momentum. As your confidence deepens, lingering doubts about your own value may begin to soften. The more you recognize how far you've already come, the less you'll rely on outside validation to measure your progress. Personal growth has a quiet way of influencing every area of life, creating a ripple effect that strengthens not only your financial world, but also your sense of inner security. Turning toward matters of the heart, these 2 days encourage you to release the habit of revisiting painful memories when healthier ones deserve your attention. If you're in a loving relationship, remember the moments that first helped you trust one another. Those memories can become anchors during temporary periods of misunderstanding, reminding both of you why the relationship was worth nurturing in the first place. For couples who have recently experienced tension, this period favors calm conversations over emotional reactions. Lasting harmony rarely comes from proving who was right. It grows when both people become willing to understand one another with honesty and compassion. Taurus naturally values loyalty, but true loyalty also includes the humility to recognize your own part in difficult moments and the courage to repair what has been strained. If an apology feels necessary, offer it because it reflects your integrity, not because you expect something in return. When each person takes responsibility for their own actions, emotional balance becomes much easier to restore. A relationship built on mutual respect gains strength every time both partners choose understanding over pride. Those small choices often become the strongest pillars supporting love over time. If you're single or just beginning to explore a new connection, these energies encourage you to remain open without forcing anything to happen. Someone already within your circle, or someone you may soon meet through ordinary circumstances, could gradually reveal a deeper compatibility than first impressions suggested. Instead of searching for instant certainty, allow genuine connection to develop at its own pace. Take pride in presenting yourself authentically, not to impress everyone around you, but to reflect the confidence you've been cultivating within. If an invitation arrives, a coffee, a walk, a conversation, or another simple opportunity to spend time together, consider saying yes if it feels right to you. Meaningful relationships often begin in ordinary moments, growing naturally through shared experiences rather than grand gestures. Across these 2 days, the atmosphere gently favors openness, patience, and emotional sincerity. Like a well-tended garden, love flourishes when given consistent care, honest communication, and enough space for both people to grow into the relationship together. Sometimes the strongest connections are the ones that unfold quietly, becoming more beautiful with every season they endure. If someone you've been thinking about reaches out over these 2 days with an invitation for coffee, a quiet walk, a video call, or simply the chance to spend time together, don't let hesitation speak louder than your heart. If the opportunity feels genuine and comfortable, allow yourself to say yes. Life often unfolds through simple moments that seem ordinary at first, but later become memories we treasure. Not every meaningful connection arrives with dramatic signs. Sometimes it begins with a single conversation and a willingness to be present. Turning toward family, the energy surrounding July 17th and 18th encourages greater understanding and emotional balance. Situations that once felt complicated may begin to soften as everyone becomes more willing to listen rather than defend their position. Whether family means relatives by birth or the people you've chosen to love throughout your life, these relationships have the potential to grow stronger through patience, honesty, and mutual respect. If there have been unspoken tensions, this is a favorable time to approach them with compassion instead of urgency. Taurus has a remarkable ability to create stability simply by remaining calm when emotions begin to rise. Your steady presence may help others feel safe enough to express themselves honestly, allowing misunderstandings to give way to deeper trust. Sometimes healing begins not with finding perfect words, but with creating a space where everyone feels heard. Healthy boundaries remain just as important as kindness. Supporting those you love doesn't require sacrificing your own peace or carrying responsibilities that belong to someone else. These 2 days invite you to find that gentle balance between being available and honoring your own emotional needs. Relationships often become stronger when everyone is given room to grow, while knowing the connection itself remains secure. You may also find joy in simple shared experiences, a family meal, a meaningful conversation, or the beginning of a new tradition that brings everyone a little closer together. Even small moments of laughter can restore warmth where distance once existed. Trust that sincere efforts made now may continue strengthening these bonds long after this weekend has passed. Your overall energy during this period feels steady, though moments of overthinking may still appear from time to time. When they do, gently return your attention to what you are actively building rather than what you fear might happen. Visualize the future you're creating, not as a distant dream, but as something taking shape through the choices you make each day. Every thoughtful step becomes another stone in a foundation designed to last. Be especially mindful of the way you speak to yourself. Self-criticism rarely produces the growth we hope for, while encouragement creates the confidence needed to continue moving forward. If old doubts or recurring worries surface, acknowledge them without allowing them to define your direction. You have already accomplished more than you sometimes give yourself credit for, and you don't need to demand perfection from yourself to deserve success. For students or anyone focused on learning, these 2 days favor thoughtful planning. Whether you're considering a new course, exploring educational opportunities, preparing for a transition, or thinking about your long-term goals, trust that careful preparation today can create valuable opportunities tomorrow. Allow curiosity and patience to work together as you shape the next chapter of your personal growth. In terms of compatibility, the atmosphere is especially supportive with Virgo, where practical conversations and shared values may strengthen mutual understanding. Libra offers an opportunity to find balance, making it easier to discuss future plans and reach agreements with clarity and respect. With Pisces, emotional openness and intuitive conversations may create moments of genuine closeness, especially when trust has already begun to grow naturally. As we bring this reading to a close, thank you for sharing these moments of reflection with me. Sometimes slowing down long enough to notice subtle patterns within ourselves is enough to reveal a new perspective. Remember that astrology offers possibilities to contemplate, but your choices, your actions, and your willingness to grow remain the strongest forces shaping your future. You are the one patiently cultivating the life you hope to live. If this reading offered you a sense of clarity or encouragement, I'd be grateful if you supported it with a like, as it helps these messages reach others who may be looking for the same quiet reassurance. And if you'd like to continue exploring daily astrology, reflections, and symbolic guidance together, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss future readings. Thank you again for being here. May July 17th and 18th bring you steady confidence, meaningful connections, and the quiet satisfaction that comes from knowing you're building something lasting, one thoughtful step at a time.